We can't fail. It ain't destined for us to fail. We are destined to succeed. Oh, God, we love you. We love you. We are destined. We are destined to win. We're not losers. I need to tell y'all, I need to remind you, if you're a partner with Trim, you're not a loser. You on the winning side of things. You on the winning side of things. I dare you now to just speak into the atmosphere. Just speak what you want in the atmosphere. Heaven is about to back it. Heaven is about to do it. If you just speak it in the atmosphere, put it in the atmosphere. The King is here. Put it in the atmosphere. The glory is here. The angels are here. They are here. The angels are here. The glory is so thick in here. The angels are here. Put it in the atmosphere what you want. What you want God to do. Put it in the atmosphere and watch. I dare you to put it in the atmosphere. Put it in the atmosphere. Put it in the atmosphere. God, I thank you. God, I thank you. God, the angels are on assignment to carry it out. The angels are on assignment to move now based off of what you have asked God. God is in a mode right now. He's in a mode. He's not in a mood. He's in a mode. He's in a mode of blessings, a mode of yes right now. That's what I hear the Lord saying. He's in a mode. Y'all better take advantage. Don't take advantage in a using way, but take advantage in a servant way. God, I've been good enough for you to bless me while you're in this mode. God, I've served you well enough for you to bless me while in this mode. I may not have been perfect, God, but I've been faithful. I've gotten myself back up every time I failed. God, I've stayed the course. Sometimes I may have looked off, but I turned and looked right back. Sometimes I may have said some stuff that I shouldn't have said, but I made it right. And so God, since you're in this mode, let me get you while you're in this mode, God. God is in a mode right now. I say M-O-D-E. He's in a mode. He's in a mode of blessings right now. He's in a mode of yes right now. God, we thank you for the yes. We thank you for the yes. He said he's in a mode. God, help me. Lord, help me. I gotta get out of here. God, you gotta let me out of prayer. You got me locked up. You gotta let me out, God. He's in a mode. God, I love you. I feel your arms around me, man. God is hugging me right now, letting me know, Delphine, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you. I love you too, Lord. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud that you're my Savior. I'm proud that you're my friend. I'm proud that you're my daddy. I'm my father. I'm so proud to have you. I'm so proud, God, that your love is unconditional. Oh, God, I love you. Ooh, God, I'm so thankful for you. I'm grateful for you. Oh, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. God is in a mode right now. He's in a mode, y'all. He's in a mode of blessings. He's in a mode of yes, God. Oh, the Messiah. He's in a mode of blessings. In a mode of yes, God. The Lord is extending His hand. The Lord is extending His hand to some people. He's extending His hand to return. He's extending His hand for you to return. You need to return. You've erred, you walked away from your place. The Lord is extending His hand for your return. The Lord is extending His hand. Grab hold of His hand and make your The Lord is extending His hand. I don't know. I feel like it's some that are on the line. The Lord is extending His hand for you to return. The Lord is extending His hand for you to return. He's extending His hand. Take His hand. Right where you are, just receive the presence of the Lord and take His hand. And tell Him, say, Father, I grab your hand. I sense it in the spirit realm. I see someone trying, but you're struggling. I pray your strength now in Jesus' name. Go ahead, take His hand. Take His hand. Take His hand. His hand. His hand is a hand of mercy. His hand is a hand of grace. It is a hand that will cover the multitude of faults. It'll cover those things, God. It'll cover those things. Let me tell somebody what I hear in the spirit realm. The Spirit of the Lord is beckoning you for you to return and for you to get some things straight. And the thing of it is because the enemy is desiring to expose some things that you have that's hidden. You think that he is your friend, but he's actually setting you up and luring you out in order to expose some things that you have covered. Disobedience, God help me. Disobedience opens the door for the enemy to expose. I need y'all to understand the Spirit of the Lord has His hand extended to help someone. The enemy can only live in your past. That is the reason why he tortures us with our past. What you used to be, what you used to do. So he has elements or an access to the past. So now, when the Lord and when the blood is covering, things are into a sea of forgetfulness. And God said He remembers them no more. But I need you to understand, if God is no longer on site to be the coverer, then the enemy has access to become the exposer. It's not ever that God exposes anybody. The enemy exposes. Because God is no longer allowed to cover. So when you leave, you remove yourself, you disconnect yourself from your covering. You then put yourself in a predicament as to where things can be exposed. All of those things that God put into the sea of forgetfulness, which means that it happens, but He said we're not going to talk about it anymore. Though it's not that those things are erased. He said, I just forget them. It's not that they didn't happen. He says, I just forget them. Well, the enemy does not forget them. He lives in our past. And so when we come from under the covering, He exposes all of the things that were hid. What God said I won't use against you, the devil exposes. He brings it out in a public manner. The Spirit of the Lord has His hand extended today for some people to grab His hand and to return to their rightful places. Less major exposure takes place, because that is the design of the enemy, is the exposure. That's the design. Y'all have to understand the strategy of sin. Sin is always secretive. It's darkness. It's hidden things. And because it signifies darkness, it signifies hidden, covered. The weapon that the enemy will use against you once he gets you to do a lot of that stuff is he'll turn right around and expose it. Because you got to understand, he don't care about you. He hates you for going to God anyway. So once the enemy, hear this, don't ever forget this. Once the enemy labels you as a traitor, he always handles you in that manner. He's not a forgiving person like God is. You could be a traitor and say, I'm sorry to God, and God reconcile you and restore the relationship. Satan doesn't have forgiveness. So if you leave the kingdom of darkness and go into the kingdom of light, you are now a traitor, and he becomes your enemy for sure. It's not like he's going to let you back in and give you access and give you secrets and stuff and say, oh, you came back. No, he's going to punish you. So his punishment is to expose everything that you did while you were in darkness. That's his punishment. That is the reason why he's called the accuser of the brethren. Because he's going to take what you did while in darkness and bring it to light to say, look what she did. So did you know she did such and such? Did you know she did da 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 da? That's what he's going to do. So you have to understand, he's not your friend. He's not your friend. It's not on your side at all. So if you leave a place of cover, you can look for exposure. It's inevitable. This mic is covered by this mic piece. So the mic itself is covered. If I take this off, it's not covered anymore. So it's going to be exposed to all types of particles. Whatever it is that's in the air, it's going to be exposed to it. So there is no way, no common sense way, that a person can leave a covering and think that they're not going to be exposed. It's not possible. It's not possible.
if exposure has not yet taken place,